Companies are trying to figure out their best path forward on getting people back into the office, or what's the best policy for working from home versus being in the office, what's the right mixture. This is a topic that we've been facing for, at this point, 6 to 8 years. 2019 it started to take form, and then when COVID hit, it accelerated it by within 6 months. We're into this, how are we gonna navigate this new workplace where the employees have now learned that they can do so much of their work at home. What that's led to is our partners, the companies out there are trying to solve this problem on how do we prove to the employees that they can be even better in the office, they can be more productive, they can have this sense of community in the office. These companies that are really putting the emphasis on getting the employees back, that are being most effective at it, they're investing in their real estate. They're investing in their location and how their real estate is laid out. And we've seen within that office space become much more hospitality centered. So you'll see a lot more open ancillary spaces, nice comfy furniture for people to just stop down and have a brief conversation, or grab their laptop and go sit in a couch, or just change up their environment, which is what they can do at home. If you're incentivizing your people to come into work, you want them to also understand that you care more about them than just their production. They can have a space where they can go play ping pong with a coworker and they're creating a friendship in that community. They can have chess and checkerboard and shuffleboard and all these different things, and you can use a very small amount of real estate that goes a very long way to the mental health of your employees. They get that competitive nature out, or maybe you have an area that allows them to bring out their creativity. I heard about one of our clients that was offering different workshops for, a painting workshop during lunch. What was great about that, I thought, was this company in particular was a very innovative and creative style company. It was kind of a marketing style company. What that would lead to in the afternoon when their employees were productive, it would put their employees in that mode of creativity. And so they would be able to leverage that from their employees feeling empowered and getting additional benefits in the office space, to actually leveraging it into, well, now let's get together as a group and let's start talking through different ideas that we could have to solve this big problem that our client has. And it all comes back to trying to create moments that employees can't feel at home. And those moments traditionally come from the relationships that they make at the workplace. And that's where these companies can stand out, no matter what real estate you have, is when you encourage those moments. Really, traditionally, all these decisions for real estate came through the real estate department. What we've seen is those decisions have become more and more HR-centric. So the people that are actually charged with protecting culture, building culture, those are the people that are making a lot of these decisions on design and impact and what that future workspace is going to be. One of our largest accounts right now, our main point of contact is their chief people officer. The cultural impact of the furniture, the space, the implications of sound and the implications of temperature and all these different things. She's actually the one that's making these decisions, not somebody that's in real estate managing the building. So much of what we used to see was the people that managed what was inside the building. They were the ones making the decisions. Their focus was to ensure that it was easy to manage it. Now it's much more about how can we protect and build a strong culture to go recruit people and retain people better than everyone else around us. One of the biggest reasons why HR being involved in that decision-making is so impactful is because in many ways, they're the only department that truly understands what everyone's doing. So the way that each division or department is working and what their needs are. So if you don't have the time or the opportunity, or you're too big to involve 1,000 different department heads, your HR department they're the ones that are putting these job descriptions together, and they're the ones that are recruiting, and they're the ones that are talking directly to these people that are going to be filling these roles. Now it's much more thought out. You've got phone booths over here, and you've got glass walls over here that show how people are working together behind a space, and you've got this lounge area over here where people are relaxed with their laptops, and you've got these different setups, and it really has created these different spaces to be much more personalized. We had a customer a few months ago that was building out of 100,000 square feet, brand new building from scratch. Because we were so early, we were in the best position that we like to be in for our partners, which meant we got to actually do programming with their employees in each of their departments. We were able to have actual interviews with department heads, understand how each employee likes to work, what their paper needs were, what their collaboration needs were. Well, we had this idea through the process of, what if we took a small chunk of this office space as the construction's going up, and we created a space lab. We put different styles of typical workstations and different styles of ancillary spaces and open environment spaces, and we allowed the employees to come in and have a vote. What we saw was they voted exactly kind of how we expected them to. The engineers voted for this style typical. The salespeople wanted more this style. HR and administrative staff wanted more this style. So we go through it. We didn't tell anybody what the results were. And we just had them, had the company market to their employees, come see at the grand opening what you guys decided. So it was to try to create this excitement and this unknown, and so to get the employees to really want to embrace the new office space. The company expected about 60% attendance for the first week after grand opening. They ended up getting over 85%, and they've maintained between 60 to 80% in office every single day of the week. Before that, they were expecting 40%. This was a massive achievement for this company. They were ecstatic at how their real estate is actually being utilized now. Usually, most projects, there's reconfigurations, there's changing of furniture after people get in there because they actually see how their employees utilize the space. And this one, we haven't had hardly any changes since that opening, which was about a year ago, which is incredible. That's really where we as a partner are most effective, is when we can be upfront and be part of that process and take some of that burden off of the HR department, the facilities department, the real estate department, and then allow us to help drive that design forward and then present it back and say, this is what we're finding.